Welcome to the Gogogin Show. Welcome to the Gogogin channel. This is the brand new recording on the brand new computer. Well, it's the same old computer, but I had the tech guys work on it. Answers By is a great tech service by phone or by remote access. Great people. I definitely, now that this computer is much older, at least it's entering its twilight, its half lifespan. Laptops usually last 5 years. This is Acer, so it's gonna last a bit longer. I'm a cheap social worker, so I don't have money to spend it on really fancy shit. Laptops usually die anyways, so it's because our hands are on over it and we use it all the time, and so let's do the usual MMO here. I'm not sure if this is recording or not. This is cameras here, but I hope it's recording. Normally it's a little picture at the corner here, my little picture. So I'm going to be giving blood tomorrow over at the Red Cross downtown. It's going to be my 66th donation. Just like the American Revolution, 1776, I'm on my 76th donation. So, I actually didn't think I was that high until I got this really funny message. I got this really funny package from the mail, that let me know that I have reached 75, the milestone, the 3/4 of a centurion donation, centigrade, the century donation threshold of 100. So I can't give platelets. Somehow I can't give platelets, so I gotta give whole blood. Platelets you can give you can donate once every 2 weeks or so, and you can only give to one person. So, however, with whole blood, each donation it can be separated into three different components, and those three different components can go to three different people. So, of course, you'll get more. So, three different people may get it. So, however, with platelet bloods, once every 2 weeks. So that's about maybe 20 donations of blood. Every whole blood donation you can only give it once every 56 days. So if we go one out of every 56 days, that's 56 donations right there. 2 weeks, two per week. So 56 donations. That's about 7 days a week. 52 is like 49, roughly 7. So 49 and some remainder number. So 7. So they can give about 7. They can give blood to seven people. Whereas we can only give blood to 3 people, so they get more. But still, 3 different people, 3 different timelines, 3 different dimensions I exist into someone else's body. It's the closest thing I can get to sex, actually, because I'm such a fat fuck. So, but that's not to sound like I'm a pervy Pepe Le Pew rapist or anything, but essentially. No, Pepe Le Pew. You know what? The cat or Pepe Le Pew should either one spray him with pepper spray, go meow, they purr, meow, and start pushing him away and goes tss, tss, and blow the whistle, and then all of a sudden all these security guards, all these citizens will come just arresting Pepe Le Pew. So I'm listening to some Will Smith here, some getting jiggy with it back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, well, computers used to look really, really blocky. If you watch the show *Halt and Catch Fire*, or any other show that was created in the 90s or the early 2000s, *Charmed*, for example, or *Beverly Hills 90210*, or any other period piece, you'll see that they used to have these really gray computer-looking. They used to have these gray, beige-looking computers, and especially this purplish gray color. Then these laptops were huge. These laptops still run though. These PowerBooks still run, but PowerBooks are obsolete though. However, So let's see what we got here. Let's train dragoons. Let's just train defensive dragoons to make sure that we can't get hit. Oh, we can get hit. Okay, and so what we're doing here is also. So see, this is what I mean. This is like this is a very laggy, saggy laggy here. So I had this crazy laggy problem, and I kept on having to hit reload and reload and reload, but it sort of works better now. The computer works sort of better now. Now that we give it a good enema, get rid of the old Windows 10 that was all buggy. And the dude from India, again from Answers by, answer AWNSWER, answers, BY. So A is in Apple, W is in, A is in Apple, N is in neckbeard, WANSWER. That looks right. Yeah. A is in Apple, N is in neckbeard, S is in samurai, W is in western, E is in excellent, E is in AWN. Oh yeah. There we go. Answer. A is in Apple, N is in Nobunaga, S in samurai, W is in west, E is in excellent, and R is in tiger. Tiger. Answer, and then B, and then the letter B, spacebar BY. I've been saying, I don't know, it's just hot today. My brain is, what the hell is it still recording? It's still recording. Let's see, can you check? You see all this kind of laggy things just come up at once. And I'm collecting bottles. Once again, I'm collecting bottles. What I plan to do is, okay, during this whole COVID fiasco, I decided, because I'm interested in ayahuasca, I decided to donate a little bit of my money, especially my government money, my government money to CERN, during the early days of the pandemic. So, okay, so everything looks okay here. Oh shit! It's all in sag. See, that's the thing too. I got to realize that this computer's getting older. I got it in 2018, so that's at least 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 years. But you want the computer to last longer too, right? You know, the battery's still good. I'm sure the battery's still good. It's still got backup space or whatever. I plan to bring it to recycling places too, so they can do something with the battery. Do something funny with the battery at least. I'm sure there's some electronic enthusiast out there who wants to gank the battery, and then totally take the battery and then totally gut the whole machine out. I'm sure there's some. Let's see. I got a Lenovo ThinkPad the first time. That really crapped out in about two years. Then I got myself an MSI. That was okay, but that really crapped out. That really crapped out maybe 2.5 years. And this Acer actually lasted the longest. So some days you get, but like I said, you get what you put your money into. They got to make a profit. So if smaller companies want to have a appeal to the more cheap ass market, like say for example me, then they'll get the most cheapest material possible. So I'm assuming that the heat from the summer, I got the fan going now, so it's allowing for some sort of circulation to cool this baby down. But it don't. Yeah, things kind of start snapping eventually. In fact, this whole house is starting to fall apart. We got the furnace. We had the furnace fan motor replaced. We had a chip motherboard replaced there too. So we put everything into a. We store all the toxic stuff into a tote tray, and we gotta bring it to the toxic roundup one of these days. And environment. Once it gets sufficient enough, then we'll just bring it out there. We just store all that shit in the garage, where all the poisons go, all my bottles go. And okay, back to bottles. Well, what I plan to do with my bottle collection is I plan to see what we got here. So this. And we cancel that one. We cancel that one. We go into here. Okay. Am I recording still? No, the recording stopped. I think the recording stopped. I hope the. Okay, so I hope that the computer had this little constipation problem. This computer's got a real. I don't know. Maybe this computer decided to shoot a bunch of heroin and is on a heroin kick, and then it's diarrheaing all that cold, frozen, cold sweat shit out. That's unfortunately that's one of the unavoidable side effects of detoxing is cold sweat. Basically the body just excretes every foreign material in your body. Whether it be booze. Well, booze is piss, but you can also just crap yourself, drink the gut rot, or drink enough, and then you start feeling moist down there, in the brown way, not the yellow way, and that's called the excretion phase. And sadly, that's a very common encounter when you're working with people who are in cleaning up. But the thing is, they're getting clean. Their organs are expelling all those foreign materials. I don't mean this in a jingoistic, nationalistic kind of a way, but foreign as in, I guess, alien, materials. So that's what I'm thinking. That this computer's got a lot of crap in its system. So I call myself Outber environment, outer box, Oberotro, out of box environment, I guess, and that's what I spent the past 2 days trying to get myself back online, trying to get myself back into the gaming world here, and going cuckoo, not being able to watch my sexy Veronica Mars, Eleanor Shellstrop from Eleanor from Good Place. Eleanor. I said Veronica Mars is actually a pretty good show. And then the bully decides goes and plays Chase Graves from iZombie, and Johnny Frost, the lawyer, plays. Actually, I would actually love to live in that. I love wood. I love wooden materials. Maybe because the Albertan in me, there's abundant forests that don't get burned down. Abundant forests here, and I do kind of like the whole Art Deco noir kind of architecture. If I were to live in Los Angeles, I'd find the most crappiest apartment. Those 2-story ones that are. This is the main building. Got the shops at the bottom. Got this little. It's like this rectangular shape. I used to live in one of those in China. They used to have this whole. This used to be a block, and it has all these stores. For example, a part of the building was like this auto shop where these Chinese crews are like doing auto body, and you can hear them working late at night going. I actually got when work was slow at the office, and my dad and the South African bosses were gallivanting around the country on trade shows, and they didn't want me to come because my dad was being chased around by his wife at the moment, and she didn't like me too much because I was taking up too much of the money, even though most of my money was actually saved up for a year in Canada and wanted to get hooked into the Chinese economy. made good money. Help pay for school and help me pay for school at least. So I was able to. But anyhow, let's go into the system here, and it's frozen once again. So I'm not sure. Sometimes these computers get super laggy. Oh damn it! Yeah, see, it gets really super laggy. So I just went like that, and then babble. See, there we go. No sudden movements. It freaks the computer out. Now you have to go really slow. Maybe like back when they made CGI movies, and you have to go really, really slow. There we go. Remember this computer? Back when they made like Wing Commander and stuff and games like those, they had to go extremely slow because the camera got really, really laggy. So that really pissed the actors off. So they decided to just film. They decided just to film normal. So I'm gonna put myself on. Whoa, high lancers! What the fuck? No, energy core. What the hell? Oh wait a minute. This is beginning of phase. I'm still protected. What? Oh, I stopped playing this game for quite a while, and all of a sudden my brains and my strategies go to mush. Always do like this because you always have a. Then you can get the money benefits and all that cool shit. And because you still have at least 96 more ticks, see, you still get like good shit there, and you can always increase your scientist, especially when you do something like this here. Go to rewards. Okay, so the computer's gonna have a heart attack. Is the computer having a heart attack? Yes, it is. So this is gonna be a new thing from now on, until the day this computer dies. It's like we have this, yeah, super lag. So let's go to vote here. Yeah, lag again. Oh, okay, that's good. I feel like old StarCraft where they really had video technology, and I don't think it rained or I look the lip syncing is a little bit off. Speaking of lip syncing, the musician who played Milli Vanilli's voice has died from COVID. So another famous star gets zapped. But COVID is going down, so that's good. It now comes to the hard, arduous task of rebuilding everything. People want it right away to have post-COVID. It's not going to work that way. And COVID is still a thing. People are still unvaccinated. Most people are getting vaccinated more. That's good. But a lot of people are still under one half of the country. Still, in many places are unvaccinated. So therefore, it's going to make a recovery difficult. So let's see where our game is. Let's see where our Sklone world is at now. Sklone should be down here somewhere, right? Hey, where the fuck are we? Sklone, Mobile Battle, Rise of Terror, Universe Wars. Is that another Sklone kind of clone? Hey, where the hell are we? Browse by letter, starting with S, okay. Maybe that might work. The top web game starting with S. Okay, so we're here. So we're the third. We're the third Sklone this week is we're 19th place. So go out there, tell people about Sklone. This time I'm going to try my hardest not to team kill. After I can get my rewards after the round starts. Okay, that's good to know. So I am in the same kingdom of Flash. I'm going to reunify this war and call myself the king of out of the box environment, or we call ourselves OB outro. So once again, I mentioned I was going to Dele Lumo, Oh, that's fucking nasty. Okay, Diu Ne Ma Chao Hai, Lord Diu Ne Ma Chao Diu Lia Ma Chao Hai. That's the Chao Hai. That's the Pinyin Mandarin Wade's Gillis version of it. Whereas the Mandarin version, Mandarin. Southern China used to belong to Vietnam, if you go a while ago, so it was like a super Vietnam shape, kind of like this. Now Vietnam is this kind of this kind of like a telephone handle or shoe or banana shape. Well, then it has a little bit of a blip there where Hanoi is and stuff. So, trying to think of the west southern coast being an even bigger blip. So, it was called the Kingdom of Nanyue, but it was allied. It was like it's like Okinawa. It's like a buffer state. I think of it as Andorra or one of those Andorra or Luxembourg, one of those border countries between the two blobs of civilizations in Europe, kind of thing. Or think of it as Wales, a smaller kingdom, but it's its own independent world. Think of it as Quebec or Texas, or even Alberta, or New South Wales. Okay. So, anyways, so what happened was during the imperial times, the Han Dynasty, I believe, when they were reunifying the country, reunifying all the different tribes into the country into one big central unit, aka genocide. But a lot of times the Han army just swept down, absorbed that, and then of course the Vietnamese were absorbed into the Chinese world, and then over the years they formed their own kingdoms. Especially when China got weaker, they formed their own kingdoms, their own civilizations, multiple kingdoms. The Khmers ruled there, the Vietnamese, the Champas, the Yue, the non-Yue. So they have their own. They even had their own characters too. The Vietnamese currently use Chinese characters, Chun Nam, or Hangui, or what was it? Or Roman Latin letters with a lot of accents they learned from the French. So this is a very vulgar term meaning Diu Ne Lo Mo means fuck your mother. Diu Ne Lo Mo is fuck your mother, but Diu Ne Lo Mo Diu Lai Mao Chao Hai. So see, this is a small variance. It's like southern states versus northern states, I guess. The language and different regional accents in America, kind of. So Diu Ne. Okay, so Diu is the word. This is fornication means fuck, means sex. Fuck means in the context of the verb sex, fuck. Le means you or your. Ma is your mother, or lo mo. Lo mo is another term for mother. Lo is means old. So lo, I'm not sure what mo means. Chao hai. So Chao hai means officially the context it means is a smelly shoe, and that refers to the mother's a female's genitalia, especially during anti-flow time, moon time, or during if they worked out. That reminds me, I was watching the documentary of Glow. Glow was a Netflix show. It will be coming back. This is three seasons of Glow. Or was there 2 seasons of Glow? I think there's 3 seasons of Glow. They were playing of doing number 4, but then COVID hit, and then they just ran out of money. But it stars the girl who plays Alison Brie. It stars her, Annie from Community, and she plays it's centers around her, but it's an ensemble. It's an ensemble kind of a thing, where women, I don't know, a sleazy grindhouse director is paid by a really rich '80s yuppie kid to form Glow, Glorious Ladies of Wrestling. And actually, when I was a kid, when I watched Glow video in VHS mode, when we were older, when my brother's friend or my friend's parents were, my parents didn't wouldn't let me watch horror movies or wouldn't let me watch anything sexual. So we watched it over at my friend's house, and we were into wrestling then. Back, as any other kid was, before you turn 20, before you turn 25, and wrestling becomes I don't know. I guess life takes over. So have more kids. America, the world needs more kids. So WWE can flourish. So yeah. As a kid, I didn't really understand it. I mean, the men was just go in, beat the crap out of each other, and have a little bit of verbalage, sparring, and have somewhat of a storyline. But then Glow was weird. Glow was like this comedy, kind of like a sketch comedy variety show plus wrestling. And then now that I understand as an adult, it's actually pretty fun to watch. I wouldn't mind actually going and downloading all of legally downloading all of the Glow films and just binge watching it, and. But anyway, this is the show called Glow. So Alison Brie, or I think the girl who was the woman who was playing the actor who was playing Liberty Bell or Americana or Liberty Bell mentioned that they had to really douche themselves to kind of get because their faces were up. Like, the wrestling coordinator, stunt coordinator, taught them to really get nose to the cunt, kind of get in there while they're doing all the moves, just for safety reasons, because you don't want them to. I don't know. You want to get people, because the thing is, when you're doing the wrestling moves, you kind of cushion your partner, so your opponent, so the opponents get their neck going, and they're like, Beep! Owen Hart died that way. And Owen Hart. I live in Calgary, so the Harts are still a very big thing here. Especially Bret Hart. Bret Hart is very active with the Native community, especially. And the Hart brothers also teach wrestling to underprivileged kids. They run their own wrestling. Performance. It's kind of like the farm league of wrestling before they actually go into McMahon's thing. So yeah, and then she says something along the lines of, "I had to really wash herself because I didn't want her vagina smelling like a bus." So this is sort of like or in this case, Chow Hai. So I'm assuming this is where Berber Kosong. Yeah, this is Sonji's place, Malaysia. Here we go. So we're gonna be Chao Si by Angmo. I don't understand if that's a swear or not. These are Chi Bai Gilian. Okay. So we're gonna be smashed. We're gonna be. And this myself up there. I found out that we can't do KT or Kingdom TK anymore. Kingdom Kill anymore. Kill shot anymore, because the admins realized that too many of us were just getting kill shot benefits from here, killing off WikiWoo or Bonzo or any other original players of Sklone. These are all this is all of us all of us actually. These are higher levels of tier. You know what? Eventually, it's still summertime, still Pulin time. I'm also collecting the bottles, so I'm beginning to cough again. But like I said, okay, so bottles. This, like I said, I donated money to the indigenous tribes down there in Ayahuasca, anywhere along the Indian Amazon, and to kind of prevent them from catching COVID and dying off and giving colonizing powers such as Bozo Snarl, Bolo Snarl, or Bozo Snarl as they call him, more powers to take more land. This is going to be really a big fucking hamper on those indigenous who have died when they're trying to recover. And we read in the paper about maybe a few months ago that this disease, COVID, has wiped out an entire tribe of people, and all that remains are just an elder who died, and 2 daughters. So they are the last knowledge keepers, thus last 3. So The Navajos were hit really hard. They are resilient now, but this really, really fucked up their ability to restore their language. They have to try double as hard now, and life on the reservations, life on the nations is very substandard. Especially here in Canada, they've got really shanty-looking houses that are falling apart, that the elements are destroying. They've got poisonous water from all the industries. They've got poisons everywhere. But they will recover. Yeah, so, just recently, we found 250 mass graves of one of these indigenous residential schools, and they're all over the country here in Canada. It's like a landmine. It's like a Juno Beach or Omaha Beach, where they have all these landmines everywhere and tank traps everywhere and unexploded bombs everywhere. But those, if you consider each dot on the map, and these dots is all over Canada, so we're going to be finding more and more of these mass graves over the next 10 years or so. The church has a lot to answer for. I myself am Catholic, and hell, I'm going to be demanding more. I'm going to be demanding justice for the natives, for the indigenous people. Like, I mean, that's the whole point of being a Christian, is that you are to fight injustice, not become injustice. It's like when Obi-Wan freaked out on Anakin and said, "You're supposed to bring balance to the Force, not join them. You're supposed to be the chosen one. You're supposed to bring balance to the Force, not join them." And so again, I kind of the computer rebuffered here. Yep, I was just wiping my glasses. So okay, so here's our schedule complement of 70 players. Oh, and I had a really good. It looks like we have the usual complement of 70 or so players here. So I'm going to be talking about my strategy very soon. And I'm frozen. My face is frozen, so I'm not sure how that works out. I got move slower. Had a really interesting talk on Discord about the history of this game. I'm going to be recording a read through of that between me and Dank, just to talk about how this game is formed. Just for records and nostalgia's sake. I did my obligations to Sklone. I donated to this game. I'll be donating more in the near future. I'll be donating more. At least I donate multiple times during the year. Whenever I get a chance. Whenever the bills have been caught up and life is caught up and stuff, I usually give Dank his pot money, aka. So what he does is he probably the admins probably pay for this game through their own pocket. So that kind of eats into Dank's pot money. Oh, speaking of pot, I'm invested in quite an interesting bunch of penny shares in pot stocks. Legislation is still pending in the States, so but it will be and not only that, but pot and shrooms. I'm looking at the shrooms as a extremely value because I'm in addictions, and I'm in the addictions field, and I'm going back into social work. I prefer we prefer less medicated ways of medicine we do think about. Therapeutic medicine we do think about, but there are lots of side effects that I need to these meds, and they're showing signs of side effects. You see Queen's Gambit or any other comedy show, or where it shows the pill popper just popping in those liver killing pills. So we prefer more harm reduction. We know that these conditions are chronic. Depression is extremely serious thing. The office explains it. Especially in America, especially after a pandemic and after a race war, and after I don't know what the fuck with the guns are in the States, but everything's just going crazy down there, and there's despair everywhere. it's going to be very rough. So as a social worker, we got to keep on fighting for homes. That's what I'm going to get out of this, is keep on fighting for homes. And just like in the 80s, just like in the 60s, we do make slight progress. Let's just put it that way. We do make progress. It's not enough progress, and we social workers are pissed the fuck right off about the man doing this to people. These are, so that's why we got into this low-paying business, is use our professional skills to advocate for change. And there are people with hearts out there. There are rich people with hearts out there, believe it or not. And there are pinkatories. There are liberal lords in the House of Commons in England. There are honest political politicians. There are good cops. There are lots of humans out there. So, okay, we're coming down to our 40-minute mark, so I don't really want to babble and take too much of your time here. Okay, so we did our voting. We set up our strategy. Again, everything's probe factories to burn their stuff down, prevent our stuff from being burnt down. And usually I team kill my own people. OB Outro versus Flash. These are the kingdoms here. I saw him again. It's just the usual, I guess. I guess we were the last for there. From what I talked to Dank, from what I spoke to Dank, and you guys probably noticed by heart already, is that again he advertises to the Star Kingdoms community that Sklone is the new successor of the game, and people should come here. There's no bots. They tried their hardest to remove the bots from the game, and all the other cheaters that they haven't removed me from the game because I don't actually insult people. I just basically make videos of me insulting them. And it's a heat wave in Calgary, but it's gonna be raining this weekend. So hopefully it's gonna rain this weekend. We watered the grass already this week, so we don't water the grass that often because we don't really want the roots to rot. We will actually. It's better to give a couple really strong wet downs in the evenings, so that the roots have nutrients during the day to grow taller. And it's really hot, so therefore the leaves come out and the plants come out usually during around May, and April and May, and then that's when But I think this neighborhood is I would love to live in this neighborhood again, actually. And but like I said, the days of Calgary and Edmontonian population booms it's over. It's going to be more steady growth, or even less. It's going to be a great reduction. Many countries have experienced a decline, and many countries will try to address this kind of COVID kind of a problem. We will recover, and I feel bad for the kids because actually, no. I guess each generation has their own problems. Our generation was the age of corruption, the age of nukes, the age of increase of gangs, like sophistication of gang networks. Like we got really computerized it, and they got really high tech. So, especially with although they're defeated, the Knights Templar was an entire wing of the Mexican army. They were high tech. They had armor, they had body armor, they had machine guns up the fuck, and they were able to really have. They were actually their own warlords. And all of a sudden, this is like the 90s was an age of warlordism, genocide, just genocide all over the place. Timor, for example, Uganda, Rwanda. You got Joseph Kony, that nut job. Got all these nut jobs in Asia. You got the Balkans, you got murder everywhere, and I mean, sure it wasn't like a great war like the World War II, the greatest generation. But pretty much everyone's just fucking up and turning evil. You got you got the real rise of the televangelists, and the Vatican was just was like I mean this is the age where we actually learned of the residential school genocide against the kids. We learned about Mother Teresa's crimes against humanity, the Duvaliers. The scandals upon scandals upon scandals of the churches, and it was nonstop. It was nonstop scandal of any church, and then the 90s hit, or 2000s hit, and the age of the pedophile. The pedophiles, the age of the school shooters. So these millennials keep on saying that, oh, I suffered two pandemics, and I suffered pandemics, and oh yeah, everybody has this problem, and it's just like but we do fix these problems. Like I mean, we try to fix it anyways, and then like I mean the magical year 2000, the 2020s and 2021 was the entry 2 years of this was a total gong show. It's a plague, and the beatdowns of any ethnicity, Chinese blacks. You got the LA riots 2.0. I go to the website. I go to the website. Reddit's 2000. I'm a main poster on Reddit's 2021 website, and yeah, I posted about I don't know. Everything I post about is the non-stop death, the rise of the mass spree killer. In fact, the 90s, that's when you first heard about this kind of spree killers in Japan. That one dude who took a truck and just ran himself into a bunch of people, or those Chinese in China. That one old fuck, the old fuck who realized that he just got cancer and he has insurance to cover cancer, so he chimps out and goes stabs a bunch of school kids, or another one brings gasoline to an airplane and downs the whole entire airplane. And so you get to the point where you can't even bring gas containers onto the car anymore, onto the bus anymore, even though it's empty. So you have to walk to the gas station yourself, and that's just bullshit, man. That's just crazy bullshit. But anyways, let's in a few hours I'm gonna head out to pick up some bottles, and like I said, I'm going to give the bottles to the indigenous tribes, to the Shipibo people, the Temple of the Way of Light, the Shakuna Institution, or some other group like that. And I got, like I said, I've raised a whole bunch of bottles during this whole COVID times. I filmed it. I have a film of it. Just before, even a film of it, even when I tried to go and when I did the computer flash of this thing. So. Again, as I'm waiting for, I can talk about life when I'm just waiting for this a babbling 40-something-year-old kind of guy. So let's do a quick head count here. There's like 73 players here, so these are all the millionaire players. So they can be again. I hope that this game eventually grows to the real Terminator. We kind of figure out who I think I was given the challenge of trying to figure out who the hell Omni is, and then try to strike at Omni. It's not gonna work though. It's just gonna is IDF Israeli is Israeli Defense Forces IDF. Oh, speaking of which, historical moment. Benjamin Netanyahu was ousted from power with a coalition between right winged and left winged politicians. So Benjamin, this is his last day. He in the by the 7th is his last day. But he's not the only. He lost the election. I'm not sure how he lost the election. Benjamin Bibi here. Bibi is like Bibi is like the I don't know why he's called Bibi here. I guess it's a Benny or something. The Bibi here was he's been around. He's like the Putin, except Putin's more longer. Like here 96 and 99 was his first run, and then he forms his own party, the Likud party, and he runs the chairman of Likud. He becomes a nickname BB. I don't know why he's called BB. Hey, he's a two-time guy. See, 99, and then 10 years later he becomes that dude, and then he becomes and then 2009 to all the way to 2021. So it's like that's a huge dynasty, man. And then eventually he was defeated. I'm not sure how he was defeated. I'm not sure what I have to. I guess we have to read up on the follow up on his downfall. I guess. Yeah. So here's the thing I was telling you about. Whenever some breaking news hits, usually last month is usually just a random shootings and they won't post here on oh, not this one, not that, it's this one, this son of a, see, it's just like 2020, except we're used to it now. Or you don't have the bingo, the so-called bingo. See, I just posted Civil War in Myanmar, in Burma, Civil War imminent. I wrote down this is this year's problem. Is big thing is is problems with ships. Ships containers fall off, toxic goo, that kind of thing. Yeah. Maybe some good news though. Flying drone cars. I see. Here we go. I posted that one there. I posted about a case of alcohol poisoning, like contaminated alcohol. Here's Florida shootings. Nigerian ship sinks. Mining accident. Protest in Colombia killed 10. Volcanoes blowing up. Volunteer slave labor of youths in child labor in North Korea. Haram Mahama Bibi, how people find fuck with him because he's not from this timeline. We've lost COVID. Orphans in India are going to be extremely vulnerable to gangs, like to sexual exploitation and exploitation. Who else? Am I still being recorded or? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm going back in time. Okay, so I guess that's it then. Well, you can always roll down, but this that's the thing too. It has huge lag time. So because we're recording, so of course it's going to eat up a lot of time. So time for our obligatory review of the COVID numbers. So I haven't been recording lately. I haven't been posting recordings lately. I just been So some of these classical gems have been lost forever, especially during the wipe down. So I mean, editing is always the boring part of the recording is the fun part. Editing is always the boring part of the job, right? See, now we're at 3.7. We're almost at 4 million there, and this is not even the right number too. These are all the ones who have been who died in a hospital care or some shit like that, or some shit like that are officially recorded, and then those are those who who died while waiting in the streets or some shit, especially in India, or during the height of the see, UK is starting to catch up again. Brazil has, new numbers. UK is starting to catch up again. 18 is a big number there. Argentina, Japan, Olympics in a few more weeks. 105. So yeah, Japan's okay. This is really gonna fucking hit them really hard, because the thing is, they're experiencing suicide rates from economic issue problems, bullying. The hikikomoris aren't having sex, so their population is really declining all over the world. So, but like I said, this is the minimum number. I mean, this is America. America now has a few weeks ago, maybe half a month ago, America had more than 600,000 deaths, and India had about. It was a total gong show. This number is really higher. So this is the low count. The official count. So let's see if the UK is actually holding the mother world, the mother home world, the mothership of England, right? Of Canada, right? See, we're slowly. It's going woo. It's going woo up again. See, just like here. So they gotta really control. So we'll see if this number doesn't go higher. Hopefully, it doesn't go higher. But it's sort of like here again. See, it goes woo. I don't want to. We don't want to go woo. We want to go woo. Not. We don't want the. We want the low tones. Okay, so that rate is okay going down, so they must have been getting the meds. So we look at Canada's ratings. America is actually going down. I love this. This is mwah, America. Mwah. I love you, America. Thanks for doing the right thing and shutting down. But June next month is the long weekend is coming up. The national holidays are coming up. So and of course the patios are opening up. Everyone's going to be all the sports are opening up. So all the sports are opening up. So it's going to be yuck. And in Vietnam, my girlfriend told me that everyone's in lockdown mode. She's stuck in her apartment now. I don't know. WTF happened in Vietnam. But, see. Spike. So so finally they locked down in Vietnam to this day. So I don't want them to have. My wife is there, so she, could have. So it's like whack-a-mole. It's like whack-a-mole. I hope they don't open up the and everything's high priced. We're fixing the fence right now. It's going to cost us $20 per board, instead of $30 per board, because there's no one. All these places are being shut down. all these working places are being shut down, right? So, okay, Canada here. Okay, everything's going. The trends are going down. So, except this is a. Okay, so it's going down. We've plateaued. We finally plateaued. Okay, but we're still a bit higher than when everything. See, this is the first wave. So, this is the first shutdown, the first failed shutdown. Then Christmas hit, then New Year's, then everything, and then spring break, then American spring break, and then so let's not make this Let's not make this a February February 15th, 2022 thing. Our economy cannot. Our economy cannot hold another 2022. Hollywood cannot hold another 2022. So let's see if these vaccines will hold. But again, although vaccination rates have increased, vaccination rates have improved, but again, there's always shortage of medicines. There's always shortages of everything. Shortages of births too. So yeah, it's gonna be. This is what it is. We're expecting everyone to get drunk and having sex, but everyone's in depressed mode, especially 2022. Everyone's in hyper depressed mode. So it's gonna be rough. Our kids are gonna be. I don't know. Maybe our kids will be the. And the thing is, although there may be 4 to 10 million people have been have departed, of course the 10 million, the higher number is going to be much more higher. See, look at this. Let's type it in. See, true numbers of Shroud. India is much more higher. What is the excess mortality? 2012. See, place the number. May, in America, more than 900,000 have died, so at least 1 million people are dead in America. That's like a city. That's like one whole city. Because people. So this time when we got the second chance to actually bring this down, let's bring it down. I mean, then maybe people stop beating up my people for no reason. 900. The world death count is 7 million. So, it's 10 million. Asia, and I'm assuming China has a much more higher number. Like, come on. I remember reading somewhere that mysteriously all these hundreds of thousands of cell phone accounts were cancelled just after around the outbreak of COVID. So that's like saying that perhaps these people are dead, and their accounts are deactivated forever. So our accounts are deactivated forever, and but this is our fun hour, so thank you for watching our show. We're gonna be right back. Ni Zhao. Notice I say Ni Zhao now, not Li Ziu, because the proper name for the actor is now Ni Zhao, so I discovered. So yeah, have a good one.